Yeah, but Jeff,
I mean, that's that to me.
Asking,
but that these questions that become politicized, it seems ridiculous to me to have political debates about something that is a scientific question that people should address. And I'm agreeing that there should be investigations of all that stuff.
By the way, Brett Baer, did you see the interview with Trump?
Yes, I saw excerpts from it.
Did you think he did a good job?
Okay, so it's sometimes good to go back and look. COVID is one that I still have not had enough therapy for as a nurse. And there's a lot of people who aren't nurses who can say that, right? I am so frustrated that it happened, but I learned a lot. I learned that it is easy for people to forget about anything. We still don't know the origin. They keep telling you Wuhan. Now it's okay to say China. We don't even talk about Fort Detrick. Okay, so before I get my whole channel canceled, let's look at this nice little interview that Patrick Bet-David had with this old washed-up CNN guy.
No. Oh, you mean Brett Baer?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Brett Baer did a very good job.
I agree. I think Brett Baer did a great job. And you know how he said, this person got fired. That person got fired. This person got fired. Why do you not have a good, hire? So he asked a tough question. And then, hey, why is it that you're keeping on to it? They were trying to get it from you. Well, I wanted to first make sure. Okay, so guess what? People want to know. Great. But people want to also know with the Corvette back and with the notes, what you had there is with Biden. People want to know as well. People want to know.
And there is an investigation going on Biden. Yeah,
all I'm saying to you is people want to know. We want to know what's behind the truth. The comment about the fact that I'm not an I'm not the expert, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm totally get it. The element of that approach when you say something like, well, you're not the expert in this and you're not the expert in that, there is a very clear, pompous, elitist message behind that. Just like this week when MSNBC and CNN, well, we know the president is talking right now, Jake Tapper and Rachel Maddow, we know what the president is talking about. We are not going to let him have any airtime, and we're going to update you on whatever he says that's necessary because we know he's going to tell lies.
Yeah, do you guys remember that happened? So I'm just checking the time real quick here. Guys, do you remember that happened? They said that. They were like, you know what I mean? We'll take care of it from here. The problem is that what I'm afraid of, though, is that, unfortunately, look, I want the raw dog, honest to God truth. But even now on the right, if you will, there's still a gatekeeping of the truth. So I always go back to that. I used to hate, like people who would constantly bring up their own. You do have to criticize your own side, but I don't have sides. But you know what I mean. But the left. But one thing I'll tell you about the left, that they are in your face when they do their nonsense. They say you're not going to see this clip because we're going to tell you what to think. At least you're telling me up front. If I continue to watch, that's on me, right? By the way, guys, if you guys like these clips, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you to every eye that lands on these videos. Let's go.
I'm sorry. Do you think I'm a moron? Do you think I don't have a mind for I can't make... What the hell is America all about? You just said I'm a moron. That's what you just said to half of America. Hey, America, you're a moron. You can't think for yourself. That's why you need me, because I went to this elitist university called whatever, Columbia. I don't know where Rachel went to. And I know what's best for you. Guess what? I don't like that. That's why I left Iran. There's a reason why we don't live in Iran for 10 years. 10 years old when I lived in Iran, we went to Germany at a refugee camp for 2 years. Then we came to America because I want me to make the stupid decision on who I vote for, not you. Let me make the stupid decision of voting for Biden or Trump. There's a part of that where when we say, I'm not the expert, you're not this, well, no, you're a smart guy. That's why you're here. You're not a regular schlep off the street that doesn't know what. You've been involved in a lot of different things I've investigated. All I'm saying is for us to take the approach as well to say, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't have this. You don't know what you're talking about. No, we're here because we don't know everything, but we're here to question things and say, this kind of sounds a little fishy. Don't you want to know about it? I do. Well, no, let's just live in the future. Forget about the past. No, I don't want to do that.
I completely agree that, everybody, that we don't have tests to determine whether you're entitled to express an opinion on a subject. Well, the only point the
even fact that you just made that sentence, like that your mind can even go there, because he calls himself agreeing with PBD, but it's like test to, like, I see what he's saying, but it's like the fact that you could even come up with something like that, like, yo, just give the American people the truth. And there's this thing, is like, well, all right, if there's an active investigation going on, and I have to be very very, very careful about that, because people will act like it's always an active investigation. Then they just won't close the investigation, right? But I have to respect the fact that if there's an active investigation going on, that we just can't get everything right now, because obviously we don't want everybody to know. I want to know who killed JFK, and I want to know why. I want to officially, I know, but I want to officially know why. Why can't I know? This is not an active investigation anymore.
It does require some considerable expertise in the subject in order to have a reasonable opinion about it. That's the only point I was making. I'm not saying that, I mean, what is more than legitimate is you or Vinny or anybody saying, we need an investigation of the source of COVID. That everybody, that's a perfectly legit.
Right.
But the ultimate question of what the source of COVID is, I want to rely on people who know something.
And who's leading that investigation?
Yeah, exactly.
Who is? I don't know.
That's my fucking point.
And
where's this investigation of COVID?
And I go
Don't investigate laptops.
Can we like not have the guy? What's his name? Adam or something? I don't know. He's always just kind of like, all right, stop with the nails on the chalkboard, yo. Like, dude, just relax, okay? Like, it's a little frustrating. I have to hear your freaking voice all the time. Sorry. Anywho, but we never get the answers. We never get the answers. I do agree with him there. We don't. Right? Oh, we should have certain people talking about it. Yeah, and then the certain people tell you that herd immunity is bollocks. They tell you herd immunity is some sort of voodoo. As if your body was not designed by the best creator, the only creator, okay? The only creator who designed you in a way so beautiful that you couldn't even imagine what your body really can do. But I'm supposed to listen to some schmuck tell me that herd immunity is voodoo. Huh?
And leaks and this and that.
No.
But something that shut down the world for 2.5 years, no investigation. What is happening?
Adam, China runs, bro. If
right.
China could fly spy balloons over our entire country, over nuke bases, and nothing happens, nobody's investigating shit. But here's my thing.
Which is absurd.
No, but here's my thing, Jeff. And I'm not an expert. Nobody in here knows shit about epidemiology, right?
Right.
But guess what? It doesn't help when the experts were trying to talk and the government was silencing them. When Peter McCullough was trying to talk, when Robert Malone was trying to talk, they banned them on YouTube. They took them off Twitter. How do we even have a chance? How am I supposed to learn from the experts when they were shut down and now it's years later? And now we're like, it's old news. No.
Right.
Again, accountability. And that's why I had the thing with Joe Rogan. He wants to have that debate with the bring a scientist.
Dr. Peter Motel, you following that story?
I am following.
So
what do you think about that?
Never happened too, by the way. So you know what? Vinny killed it just now. He's cooking. Let me just round this all up, okay? I am an expert. You know why? Because I deal with this every day when I go to work as a nurse, okay? Yeah. Oh, no, you're just a registered nurse. No. Okay? I had family members asking me, like, well, what kind of nurse are you exactly? Excuse me? You know how many doctors I've saved? In the name of God, I want to be very clear. Let me just tell you that I'm sharing this with you, but God is all powerful. I am not, I'm nothing without God, because I don't want to look like I'm bragging. You know how many doctors I've saved because they wrote some order where they were going to double the Coumadin and have this person bleeding out through their pores because they really weren't supposed to double the Coumadin, but they were supposed to actually stop the Coumadin because the INR was too high? Okay, thank you. Now, coming back to the point, they were saying that people like me couldn't even speak. I remember this because this was the first time I was dealing with this type of Twilight Zone stuff. I knew we were lied to about wars. I never thought that they would touch medical things, and come to find out that they had been touching them all the time. I mean, this thing made me fully I just was like, I got to get out of this whole community altogether, although I never will, because I have to always keep my foot in, because you just never know when you need to do. Anyway, so the way they lied to people, the way they told people to stay in the house, the way everything happened, I could not believe it. The High Wire used to be a channel on YouTube. They took that off. They had to come up with their own servers. They went through hell. I couldn't believe it. And that's when I started, like, my eyes were like, nope, you do not live in any kind of security. This can be taken away from you immediately. This freedom you think you have can be taken away in seconds through fear. And then that was the reason why I started this channel. And that's the passionate feeling that I have about the inconvenient truth, and why I thank everybody who watches, and I will continue to make episodes speaking the inconvenient truth. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.